My name is Lou Krueger, and I'm a member of the gallery Gift of Art in wonderful downtown Newcastle. They come from various regions in the Niagara region, various wineries. They're very difficult to get. The wineries, they keep them only for 5 to 6 years maximum. And then basically the oak flavor is exhausted, and then they just turn them over to fellows like me. My name is Lou Krueger, and this is my storage facility for the barrels that are acquiring from the Niagara region, primarily Niagara on the lake. And this is an ideal storage because it is fairly high in humidity, so it keeps the barrels intact. So the reason I have the ladder here, the little ramp, is to be able to roll the barrels onto the second tier, and then I fill them with about 4 or 5 gallons of water to make sure that the staves are kept tight together, because if they dry out for some unknown reason and they come up later when the hoops have been taken off, they will not fit back together if they're dried out. And it weighs a ton. See, they just hooked it onto the back of the horse-drawn wagon. That's how old this thing is. You see the rung, how they bend this way, so that it fits the barrel. After they're ready, I'm taking it over to my other studio, where I'm taking them apart and work on them. After the storage facility, then I'll take it to the back of the premises here and take the hoops off and power wash the inside of the barrel and scrape all the sugar off and power wash it again till and then dry it out in a specific time. There's very little time window available. If you leave it too long, they twist on you. I have a window of approximately maximum 12 hours to glue them together. And if that doesn't work, then it's turning into firewood. As you can see up in here, this is all air dried. It has to be a very, very slow procedure. You cannot force dry it, because then the interior of the barrel will just blister. A lot of this stuff here that you see on this end here, this is all at least a year of air dried, clamped down so to assure the straightness of the rectangular boards, the flat boards, or called the heads of the barrel. Then they get fine-tuned, cut to various sizes in width. I'll show you some of the handles that are being made. It's just one of the many. And then there are some handles being produced by a fellow artist from the Gift of Art, Al Easton. He's my metal specialist. He's doing fabricating those handles. I have a variety of several other artists that I'm working with on the gallery. As an example, where you get a board like this. These pieces are done by another artist, Debbie Dell. She's doing all the glass work for me, which will be eventually then laminated to the metal. Another artist from the gallery I'm working with, Rosemary Jenkins, who is doing the pottery work for me. If you don't like the looks of this side, then you turn it over and try that side. So we're trying to keep it all in the family as much as we can. Now these up there is my latest contraption, the very latest. You'll be the first to see it. I call it a hole on the wall. There you go. And that's done by another artist, Al Easton. He's doing this contraption here. These handles are removable, interchangeable from one side to the other. If you get tired of one look, then you change it. You don't like the hole, plug it. This one over here, it's just not quite finished yet. That one is made out of railroad spikes. There's another one coming here, but we have to wait till the artist is ready. I have been doing this for about 8 years now, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful experience. The wonderful people I meet on various shows and retail clients. It is a hobby. I was not meant to make a living on it, because you will not make a living on a hobby. Going back to how I started this, I'm actually an interior designer by profession, and I branched out into the woodworking facilities, had my own cabinet making shop for many years, and some wonderful craftsmen working for me, but I had to give it up because all the craftsmen were leaving this planet. So 10 years ago my wife we went to a wine tasting tour in the Niagara region. We saw one of those big barrel heads on the Lazy Susan, and my wife said, "Oh, I want that." So I refused to pay the money that they asked for it. So I said, "I'll make you one." So it's 8 years later, she still hasn't got one, but that's typical. And every time I come up with a new shape, design, I said, "Honey, that's yours." And then next thing you know, it's sold. That's the way it is. Like this wonderful prototype here, she claimed within 5 minutes, and unfortunately it's already sold 3 times. I definitely enjoy working with the numerous artists and get to know them, and we have our fun and laughter and our creative giggles about what we can do with certain things. So I just hope that we can continue on as long as we can.